Hi, this is John. We're back to do another video. The video we're doing today is how to prep a 35mm film. The film we're going to prep is Big Daddy. That's the one we unboxed last week. I'm going to go through my process of how I get a film ready to go onto the platter. So I'm going to take you back to the booth and we're just going to get right into it. So we're in the booth. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to show you what a core is. A core is one of these, and the film goes on it. And I can show you. So then down here we've got a reel of film, and of course it has a core. And that's how the films come when we get them. So what I need to do is I need to put it on this here. So I'm just going to set this here for a minute. Hopefully it don't tip over. So I'll take this off. There's an extra core on here, so I'll pull it off. And then I need to put the film on here. And then I just... Okay, so that one is on the side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so we're going to put one of these reels on here, and then what I do is I grab one of my gloves here. So this is reel 1 of Big Daddy. So what I'll do is Okay, so what we're doing now is we're going to check the print. And what I'm doing here is I'm actually checking the print just to make sure that there's no damage in it, and taking it off the core, and I'm putting it onto the 20-minute reels so that I can, and those will be the reels that we'll use to put on the makeup table, which is right here. That'll put them on the platter eventually. So what I'm doing is I'm putting a little tension on the film, and that way I can see if there's any broken sprockets or anything like that that might, cause problems. This print should be really good shape, but it looks to be pretty good right now. So this was step 1, getting it onto this reel, and I've checked it, and this reel is okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll do that for all 5 reels. I won't show it all in the video, but I will do it for all 5 reels. Check them, make sure they're good, and then these will be ready to go onto the platter. I just put these on the makeup table, and then I can put them on the platter. So reel 1 is ready, and then there'll be reel 2, reel 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna go to step ahead to 5 now, and kind of show you how we do number 5, because that has a couple of special things. All right, Okay, so, and what we do is we got the soundtrack. The soundtrack on the film is, let me see. It's on this side here. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put that onto this split reel. And then I'm going to... Okay, so anytime you run a film, you have the soundtrack toward you. So I got the soundtrack toward me, and I go under, and then I'll go over. And let me go grab another reel. Okay, so we'll grab another reel here, and we'll get this one. This one's actually heads out, so when I get done, I'm gonna have to probably rewind it back onto another reel to get it back to heads out. So I'm just gonna run this one through, Okay, so what we've done is we come to the end of the end of reel 5, and we're in the credits. And what I usually do with the credits is I usually wait for the main titles to go through, and then when it starts to roll, that's where I'm going to put a piece of sensing tape in to be able to turn on my lights. And I'm going to, show you that here in a second. Okay, see, this is where these credits, you probably can't see too good on the camera, but these credits are fading out, and now they're coming to where they're going to be just scrolling up the screen. That's where I like the lights to come on. But the trick with that is I've got to go back. I got to go back in the film 15 feet. That's where I've got to put my sensing tape. Okay, so I'm just going to put this into here. Okay, like that. Then I'll just take these back to 2. Okay, then what we'll have to do is don't really want this to go on the floor too much, but try to keep it off the floor as much as possible. And then what I'll do is I'll just start running these till I get to 15 feet. And once I'm on 15 feet, okay, so this is where I've got to put the sensing tape. So what's happened here now, there's a timing factor. So I'm going to put the sensing tape on here. Okay, then now lighting cue goes on the opposite side of the soundtrack. I usually get about 4 inches. It's kind of curly. Okay, so you get about 4 inches of sensing tape, and then what we do is we just take this and we just put it right down onto the film. But we got to stay away from the sprockets. Stay away from the sprockets as much as possible. Okay, then we have to flip it over. Flip it over and start tucking it over. There we go. And then that's kind of what we want. Now if you want to come over here, I can show you something. This is our fail safe, and this inboard roller, that's what that sensing tape's going to hit. And when it comes through there, then it's going to trigger the dimmer, and then that'll bring up the lights about 10 seconds later, because there is a little timing difference, and that's why I have to go back 15 feet. But as soon as those lights come on, those credits are going to start to roll. You'll see the credits coming out of the bottom of the screen just as soon as those lights come on. It's pretty cool. I mean, that's what we like. We like that kind of stuff. And then on the other side, when I get down to the end of the film, then I put another piece of sensing tape on for the outboard. And what the outboard does is that just shuts the dowser down. If you look up here, if I do this, that opens the dowser. So then when that tape goes through and the film's on the screen, about 8 seconds later, it'll shut the dowser automatically and then shut down the machine. We got to the end of the film. This is the end of the film. This is your rating. This is your rating tag. It tells it it's rated PG-13. And so what I want to do with that is I need to do the same thing now. I gotta frame 17 is usually where the cue mark would be on a changeover reel. And then I'm just going to go 11 feet back into the print. Just 11 feet. Let me get this. Okay, so 11 feet. Almost there. Okay, 11 feet. And then I can undo that. And then we'll just do the same thing. We just gotta put it down. Okay, now we'll just cut the excess off. Yeah, I just don't want it to go under the sprockets. Okay, let me turn it over. Let me roll it over. Okay. Okay, so then that's for the shutdown at the end of the show. And that's what that'll do. So now I'll just rewind this back. Okay, so now that's ready to go, but I'll have to rewind this reel, and I guess I'll explain that. I normally, if a print comes out, tails out of the cans, then a lot of times I'll put them on the big reels because I can just go 3, 2, 1, and then they'll be all heads out, and then they'll be able to, I can just put the big reels onto the platter. But my next video, I'm going to show how to actually put them on the platter, doing it with the 20-minute reels, just these small reels. So I'm going to have all the reels heads out, and then I can put 1, 2, 3, and etc. till I get to the last film. Okay, so that concludes our video for today. I showed you how to take the film out of the box, check it, put sensing tape on to control lights and dowser. So I hope you got something out of this video today. Our next video will be putting these 5 reels onto the platter. So if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.